Hi, my name is Karina and today I wanted to share with you a little bit of my story and how I was able to completely transform my life and gradually and continually have everything I want show up in my life, and how and why that's important to you. When I first started, I had no idea about Amazon FBA, and when getting into it, it completely transformed my life from that inside out in ways that I didn't even imagine. Not only on the business side of things, but it affected how I feel and how I do everyday life. And that's because it is a whole package of business and mentality as well. It's not just the business side of things, but it is your view around everything else. I had a vision for my life. I wanted to have complete control of my time and freedom and basically do whatever I wanted without anybody's control. And the only way I knew how to do that was to go to school and get a good job. See, I am an immigrant from Russia and we moved to America to have a better life, as most people do, and it was not an easy task whatsoever. So I tried to do everything I possibly could in order to get ahead in life, which at that point in time, the way I was taught, everything around me was telling me to do school, to get a good job, to get a good career. So I spent hours and hours, continuous hours, studying, making sure I got the highest marks I possibly could, enrolling in the highest classes I could, and I was pre-med. So I have spent 7 years of my life doing essentially free labor in order to build up my resume, to do really well. I was participating in experiments in an Alzheimer's lab. I was working at hospital, at trauma one centers, surgery centers, volunteering my time, literally sweat, blood, and tears in order to have the strongest possible resume. And I really thought that was going to get me out of the rat race. It was going to give me a better life because I wanted freedom and I wanted to make an impact. So I was thinking I would do something along the lines of Doctors Without Borders that would allow me to travel the world and do amazing things. However, being 7 years in the industry and finishing university, I went to University of California, Irvine as a biology major, and it was very, very difficult. I was really seeing that lifestyle. I was around doctors, I was around students, and I started to quickly realize that something didn't add up. It didn't make sense because the things I wanted, I was not going to have in that profession. Basically, I understood that as long as I'm under somebody, I will not be able to have that freedom and control. And for the longest time, I put it back in the back of my mind. I thought, no, this is the only way out. This is the only way to get ahead in life, is to literally pick the strongest possible career that requires the most effort, the most time, the most energy, and then just excel at that. And I also ignored the fact that there was a lot of college debt associated with those careers, but hey, I literally knew nothing else. Then something clicked for me. When the best surgeon in a very wealthy area of California told me that he has to save up money to go on family vacation, my mind just switched. I thought, how is this even possible? You are literally the best surgeon in this area, which is one of the wealthiest areas in California, and you can't even afford to do that. So that put a lot of fear into my mind, and it really was almost the last breaking straw of, what am I supposed to do now? I thought that this was the way out, but there's nothing to do. So what do most people do when they're in a situation like that, or doubting something that have been kind of subconsciously doubting for a long time? But I was making excuses to why it would work out. So what do you do in that situation? Of course, you go watch YouTube videos. And I mean, that is exactly what I did. I was always learning, improving, and that's when it happened. That is when I first found out about Amazon FBA, and paused that, not just Amazon FBA, but literally the term passive income, the fact that people were making money using only their laptops on the internet, and I was mind blown. I did not need a lot to convince me that this was my way out, that this is what I had to do. I saw so many successful people on the internet just living the life of their dreams, just using a laptop, using an internet connection, and that completely blew my mind. First off, because I didn't even know that this existed at all. I did not even just Amazon FBA, but all of e-commerce. And then second off, I was very, very confused because no one actually told me about this. No one told me about internet money. Nobody told me that there are business models that you can use to get you ahead in life that would make you way more than any type of job would, and at such a low risk and at such a low investment. And immediately after learning about that, I knew I had to do it. So what did I do? I did it, and then it worked, and I was amazed. I was so amazed. I just kept looking at the screen and saying, I cannot believe this worked, in a good way, because to be honest, when I first learned about Amazon FBA, I knew it would work. And the things that captivated me about Amazon FBA is, first off, I realized that Amazon is essentially giving you access to millions of Prime members that already trust the Amazon brand, so they in turn trust you as well. You gain that trust from selling on Amazon. Second, you don't need to have any marketing skills, or you don't need to drive outside traffic to any of your products, right? You are just literally using Amazon's traffic for free to get you sales. The third thing that was just amazing to me is that it could all be done remotely. You don't even have to touch your product. You don't have to look at your product. It is literally managing everything from a laptop. Amazon fulfills your orders. They ship them out. So they do all the returns. You don't have to do anything. So all you need is a computer. And the last thing is that was really cool is that you actually own the products. You make your own product. You put your own name on it. You brand it whatever way you want, which allows you to then take it outside and do whatever you want with it later on. You can capture those customers. You can just have that brand for a lifetime. And all of those things were no-brainers for me. So when I saw that it worked, I was amazed. So why is this beneficial to you, and why am I talking to you and making this program? Because when I first found out about this, I didn't even know it existed for a very, very long part of my life. And I feel like if there was more education about it, more people that I could relate to, I would have done it sooner, because people relate to everyone differently. You might see it being taught one way and not understand it, and then you might come across someone else that you just click and resonate with, and that is what I want for you. If you are discouraged, or if you've never tried this before, if you're considering on it, I hope that those of you can relate to me and we can continue to grow together, and I could portray the information in the way that I learned it and the way I got success. And also, there's a lot of gaps in the market that I saw for the education purpose of it. For example, in product research, you know, you've been watching my videos, and by the way, if you don't know what Amazon FBA is, check out my YouTube channel. I literally have made hundreds of videos about this topic, so you can find them really easily on there and educate yourself more. But if you know that product research can seem very difficult and a little bit of a struggle when you first begin it. And there's a lot of people that have come to me because I do coaching, and they have showed me products in very oversaturated markets with low profit margins, and they expect to have success in it. And I wonder, how did you even come across this product? There are better ways to find markets, to find products, and I really wanted to teach that. And that is why I have literally 2 modules just on product research, so you are able to find those gaps in the market for less competitive products that you can get into at very, very low risk, so you can have more success. So you're not in oversaturated markets, so you don't have to invest crazy amounts of money into something that is very skeptical and that you don't know if it's gonna work. I want to ease your stress, and I want to make the investment as low as possible. So that is why I really, really stress product research. So the first module is just the fundamentals of it, so you make sure you understand it, and literally like everything you need to know. And then the second one is me showing you different strategies and ways on how to actually find the product step by step, and how to also validate them, because just looking at numbers will not be enough. You really have to validate the product. Another very, very important aspect to becoming successful is having somebody as a mentor, and that's very difficult to find with these remote business models, but that is why I made mentorship a very large component of this program. I want you to have access to me and my team, and we will answer you within 24 hours. We prioritize our students first and foremost, because you are ready to make a change. All my attention goes to my students first, and I want to make sure that you have the right guidance. If you need product validation, anything, I am there to help you out. And last but not least, mentality is such a big thing that is also not stressed in this FBA community, because when I started, I had no idea about entrepreneurship. I had no idea about business, let alone online business, which is even more remote than any other business model. And I didn't have guidance, and I didn't understand the mentality behind it, but now I do, and I also want to guide you through that, and that is also included in the program. So what is exactly in this course? There are a lot of things. First and foremost, we're going to start off with 13 modules, and these are the building blocks. They are going to take you through the A to Z through the Amazon business model. So what's exactly included in this Amazon FBA program? Well, first we're gonna start off with 13 core modules, which are going to take you literally A to Z on how to be successful in this Amazon FBA business model. We're going to start off with mindset. Then we're going to talk about FBA fundamentals, so you have a general picture of the model. We're going to lead into product research fundamentals, which essentially is going to tell you everything you need to know about the basis of product research, so you get the big picture. The next module is going to show you ways to find gaps in the market, to find successful low risk products that you can launch, and I'm going to show you ways of exactly how I find those products. Then we're talking about how to find the best suppliers, how to negotiate the best deals with them, how to get the lowest minimum order quantity. Like I mentioned, I want things to be low risk for you. So negotiating with suppliers is very, very crucial, and finding the right language with them and building a long-term relationship, I cover all of that. We also talk about shipping and how to do it successfully without any mistakes, everything you need to have on the actual shipping box or your product so you get through customs securely and fast, and essentially how to get your product to the warehouse as soon as possible. Also the perfect product packaging, because that is the face of your brand, it's the face of your product, and I have a lot of really, really good tricks that are going to save you good money on that. Then I have a module itself just on product photography, then how to actually set up and optimize your Amazon FBA listing. So everything is covered both on the optimization side with Amazon and also when your customer sees your product, how are they going to buy it. We talk about pricing, which is literally exactly how to price your product so you can have the highest possible margins, and there are literally data that will help you out to see at what price you are converting the highest, and I got you covered for that too. Then module 11 is how to get reviews, which we all want, of course, safely within Amazon's terms of service so we don't get banned. Then I have powerful launch strategies to make sure that your product gets to the first page and actually stays there, and how to do that low risk without doing crazy things that are against Amazon's policies and also burning through your inventory and burning through your money, because we don't want to do that. And also the last module is how to be profitable with PPC. That is an essential component of running the Amazon FBA business, and I got you covered all on that. How to set up any type of campaign, how to optimize it, how to make sure you're spending the lowest amount of money possible and getting the highest returns when it comes to PPC, even if you know nothing about it. So if you want to learn how to do Amazon FBA A to Z, you can go down below and enroll in the course. Click the link, enroll in the course, you will get immediate access to that and much, much more. So what is the much, much more? I didn't want to just stop there and give you the A to Z. I wanted to add on as much as possible so you can have as much success as possible. So I also added bonus modules. These are going to really, really take you to the next level because they are based on my past mistakes, and of course I have had past mistakes. These modules will save you time and money, and there are just many of them, many videos on basically how to scale, how to continue doing this, how to get more profits, where you can save money. You can just scroll down and see them down below. And this program is always updating, so you are going to get free updates whenever there are any changes within Amazon, so you're always updated. That is a bonus, and you get access to that. Another thing you're going to get is my templates. Now these have been tried and tested through talking to literally hundreds of suppliers and factories, because I wanted to try out ways which I can get the best deals, how to negotiate properly, and I put the perfect templates on how to do that, how to get more reviews, what to put inside your product, what to put on your packaging. Just any template you basically need to know in this business model is included, and just the templates alone are more than the value of this course if you use them, because trust me, you're going to save so much money just by these negotiation tactics. It's great. And you also get access to our growing community, which is my private Facebook group just for course students. We help each other out, we help each other grow, we answer all the questions. So the big thing is that you get my mentorship and you get access to me 24/7, and me and my team will answer you within 24 hours. Plus you now get the support of all the other family members on our team. So like I said, if you want access to this, instant access, all you have to do is scroll down, click the link. You'll get instant access to this and all of the bonuses and to me. So like I said, scroll down, click the link, I will email you. And remember, you are just one product away. So scroll down, click the link, and I will see you on the inside.